Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing very well. It's Sylvana here and I am back for a new video here on the Jewels and Gems YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we will be doing a video about crystals, but not just any crystals. Today I really wanted to talk about something that everyone kind of needs, but I suppose really reflects time of the year, I suppose, and that is crystals for love. So we won't be going too specific. I really want to englobe something for everybody, so it's going to be very generic, so love in general, and I'm going to show you different crystals. If there is any of them that are a little bit more specific than some, I might also take that moment to mention what's so unique about that one, which could explain, for example, why should you pick that one over the rest. So we'll try to make it specific enough, but I want it still to be kept quite nice and fresh and generic enough so that you guys get a bit of an idea. So what we'll do is I'm just going to show you a few. I have a nice amount here. I'm going to show them to you now. I have my little bowl with my little selection. We're going to go through it on. We're going to talk it through and see what you think. So I suppose we have to start by the obvious. And what is the obvious? Well, the obvious is going to be rose quartz, isn't it? Like, really, rose quartz for me is going to be the number one. You cannot talk about love and not talk about this beautiful gemstone we have here, guys. Rose quartz is going to be probably the most popular among all crystals in the crystal world for love. It's really one of those that embodies that idea of unconditional love. It's also great for self-love, compassion. It's also associated with the idea of helping with depression. Rose quartz is great for that, and some people also would tend to say that it works very well for like helping to heal and go through and over any type of trauma or abuse of any kind. This crystal is going to be very gentle and very nurturing in those areas. So definitely that would be my first choice here for you guys. So yeah, definitely very common crystal to get, very easy to get, very popular, a great choice to get started. It's very much so a crystal that's going to be used in order to remind you that it's very important to be kind to yourself as much as you are to other people. So very much so about that self-acceptance, self-forgiveness. You're dealing here with this type of energy with the beautiful rose quartz. I don't want to go too deep into it because I have some beautiful stories to share with you. Today we'll be talking about rose quartz very much so along my vibe, which is obviously mythology. We've talked about it before with amethyst, so I'm going to keep for you guys some very beautiful and juicy little stories. Today we'll be talking about rose quartz. I'll tell you everything you need to know, and there's some really cool stuff happening there. But to keep it easy, that would be the first one here I really wanted to mention. Now let's go for a second option. So what could be a good choice? Let me see here. I have some nice ones. What about, yeah, number two? I think, yeah, I'm feeling here the love from this beautiful specimen here. It looks a little bit similar to rose quartz, but you can see there that we're dealing with something that's different. Actually, I'm just going to move it here so I can show you can see here. It's very unusual. This one actually is a beautiful mineral called Mangano Calcite. It's a type of pink calcite that you can find in Peru. Beautiful. This crystal actually is fluorescent under the blue light. So definitely, if you happen to be into fluorescent crystals, check this one out. It's so cool. You can find photos online that shows you, and it's wonderful. It's really something cool to look at. Mangano Calcite is definitely going to be great because it's definitely one of the most gentlest types of calcite that we have here. It's a very female friendly crystal, but also great for men as well, in order to help them develop but also understand that vulnerability is okay, and that it's important to cherish yourself as much as you cherish people around you. And very much so a deep loving stone. It's very nurturing and yeah, very calming, soothing. It really encourages love for others but also for yourself, and yeah, just excellent for that very sweet loving energy that's all about releasing the past and any form of trauma like from the past. Definitely another great option. Mangano Calcite, or you can also find it as pink calcite, Peruvian pink calcite. You'll have different names, but the real correct term is going to be Mangano Calcite. Then let's move on to a different one. I'm feeling the love from this one here. Now, this is different. This is a form of quartz here. We have some beautiful strawberry quartz. How beautiful is that? How cute. Strawberry quartz is going to be one of those that really, it's going to carry the vibrations of clear quartz, as we all know, but it's also going to englobe more properties. Obviously, universal love. Here we're talking about the idea of finding and understanding your purpose, and encouraging you to seize the day. And what I really love about strawberry quartz is that it's all about calming and soothing you. If you are someone that tends to work or live or be involved in a very fast-paced environment. So very good crystal to really connect with your heart chakra. Obviously, all of them here that we'll talk about today are all about the heart chakra, and here we're dealing with the crystal whose keywords are love, gratitude, and obviously generosity is very much so what strawberry quartz is all about. You know, a great crystal for helping you you know, with self-doubt, increasing self-esteem. Wonderful that way. Next, what if we were to go for, well, I have to go again for a pink one, because you're going to notice that in the crystal world, most, not all, but most of the crystals you're going to see that will be more so associated with love tend to be pink. So here we've got another one. Now this one here is called pink opal. So before we had pink calcite, now this is pink opal, also very common in Latin America. You'll find it a lot in Peru, Mexico, all those places. And pink opal is like going to be very much so for like emotional healing, emotional balance, compassion, encouragement, inner peace, nurturing new hope. Here we have a crystal that's great for healing emotional wounds in particular. That's really the area where pink opal is going to be great to help to work with, and just help you to really stay calm and release any form of anxiety and stress. Very much so a heart chakra stone along those lines. And all those crystals, I'm not going to go through the zodiac stones today, just because for me here it's really important to talk about the topic of the day, which is obviously going to be love. So regardless of what your zodiac sign here guys, don't take too deep about it, because the most important is more so which crystal connects with you and resonates with you the most. That's really what we are trying to focus on today. So now for a change, because pink, okay, but what else? What if you want something for love but you're not necessarily awfully gone on those? Well, I'm going to show you another option here. Now here we have the beautiful malachite. This is a beautiful gemstone that you can find a lot, and more so the best quality will be from the Republic of Congo. Here we have some beautiful Congolian malachite, and malachite is going to be one of those also very much so connected to the heart chakra. It's going to be much more powerful than the previous ones. Be careful though. Before we were dealing with crystals that are very much so into nurturing, very much so into supporting you. They create that beautiful gentle pink bubble of energy around you. They're very much so nurturing. Here we're dealing with an energy that's a bit more powerful. So if you're someone that really needs that power, if you're, for example, someone that really needs transformation in your life, that you've been through tough times and you really need to start change and see new beginnings in your emotional journey, then this stone will be the one. But yeah, just keep in mind that here we're dealing with the stone that's going to be very, very powerful. So it's going to be dealing with depression, anxiety, negative thought patterns or behaviors, you know, really all about really helping you to go through transformation. So for example, if you're someone that's really been going through very tough childhood trauma, for example, or any sort of things like that along those lines, you will definitely have I would say a very nice energy from malachite, rather more so than the rest of them, if that makes sense, just because we're dealing here with something that's yeah, just a bit different in terms of what it does. But it's very important to mention those things because you know, you have to make sure you pick the right one. So now I'm just thinking that maybe we could go for something like oh, actually this one. Yeah, perfect. Here we have some beautiful pink tourmaline. Yes, another pink one. But here, this is a beautiful pink tourmaline in matrix here. It's mixed with another mineral here. But pink tourmaline, you can see very much so like a tourmaline is going to grow in those very unusual branches. You know, that's literally how tourmaline grows. That's its very that's its way of growing and expanding. So here we have a wonderful crystal that's going to be really about cleansing the emotional body of any sort of old wounds accumulated over time. It's great for worry, as you know, depression, anxieties, guilt. So obviously all those emotions related to your heart chakra that could create an imbalance there, and really focus about self-love, reducing fears, panic. It's also a great crystal if you are a healer, because what's gonna happen is that here pink obviously pink tourmaline is really going to be has that beautiful energy of just healing the healer himself. And I think that that's really cool, because it just works further that way, you know. So if you tend to be, for example, someone that deals a lot with yeah, with just people, if you work with people and, for example, they tend to release a lot of emotional you know, frustrations or blocks towards you, definitely try some pink tourmaline. Next, let's go for a different color. I don't want to give you pink all the time, so I'm trying to break it apart a little bit so it's not too repetitive. Now let's talk about, yeah, we'll do this one here. So we've talked about this one before. This is not a new crystal. This is garnet. We've talked about garnet before. I'm just going to show you another one. I could not but not talk about garnet because it just fits in this topic so much. But we won't go too deep into it because we've talked about it before. Garnet is going to be really about not just the heart chakra, but obviously the root chakra. So it's a very strong, also masculine side to garnet's energy, and which is going to be also very much so vitality, health, passion. It's very much so for developing that sense of passion and yeah, just like creativity, but also self-confidence. Very much so an essential stone in its own right, I would say. More so than the other ones, I'm gonna be honest. For me, it kind of embodies a little bit more of that. I'll just show you a bit up close. It really has that energy that's just a bit more sensual related, more so than the previous ones we've talked about. Now let's change the bit in terms of color. Let's go back to green, shall we? So now we've got the one, the only, the infamous emerald. Obviously, emerald is going to be a must-have if you're looking for love energy. Definitely great. It's really the stone as well of unconditional love, just like rose quartz. The two of them really fit in this so well. And yeah, it's also great for, it's said to be great for like really nurturing the heart. And it's called also the stone of successful love. So I suppose if you're someone, for example, that's looking to really embrace and grow, I suppose, friendships, but maybe also just to find a soulmate, to create balance and harmony between partners, commitment, loyalty, emerald is said and believed to help in that area of life. So here we have some beautiful natural emerald from Brazil. You can see here rough emerald, and yeah, very much so about that idea of it embodies compassion, obviously, but also unity, which is the very particular aspect of emerald. It's very much about that sense of unity that I think is great. Is great with yeah, with emerald. So definitely another option. But yeah, let's just go for another one now, and see. Yeah, I think we could go for this one here. Now, this one here, guys, if you're not so familiar with this, I'll tell you what it is now. This is Rhodochrosite. So Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is obviously gonna be great for how can you explain that? It's great for lost relationships, or if you're trying to revive a lost relationship. It's also very good for like just emanating that beautiful loving energy and comforting the soul. That's what Rhodochrosite is said to help with, soothing the heart. It's very much so a talisman in my eyes. That's also great to help someone embrace who they truly are, and rising to one's full potential. So it's very much so love, but also love of the self, and reminding you that embracing yourself is what's going to truly open you to receiving love. And I think that's what Rhodochrosite embodies so well. And also very much so for Rhodochrosite, it supports and helps remove any fear or blockages related to the future, which I think is very interesting. So Rhodochrosite here I have a nice specimen here from China, but the best type of Rhodochrosite you can find, which you'll find it as well in jewelry form on our website, is actually is going to be from Latin America. For example, Argentina has some gorgeous Rhodochrosite, beautiful quality, beautiful bright pink color, which is completely natural. All the stones I'm showing you guys, in case you were wondering, yes, these happen to be all natural specimens. You know, none of them are man-made or dyed or treated anything. No. These are all natural. These are all natural. So let's go for a little bit of pink. Here you might be thinking, oh, what is that? That, my friends, is actually natural ruby. This is an Indian ruby here that I have. Natural Indian ruby, beautiful. You can see that color ruby. You'll see a lot of that. Rubies tend to be a lot more on the pink side that people think. People associate usually ruby as like that stone that's kind of reddish, but actually real ruby is gonna be more so tend to be on the pink side. So ruby, obviously ruby is like bringing light to someone's life and lighting up the darkness. It's very much about passion. Here we are dealing with that strong sense of passion, protection, and prosperity. But here I could not but not include ruby because it's really going to be one of those that is said to help to share loving energy despite past wounds. So very much so about passionate commitment here. So definitely if you're looking for love as in relationships, definitely I would suggest something like ruby. Or we said earlier it was emerald. Yes, so ruby or emerald will be more so for that sense of relationship love. Whereas you'll notice that some of them, the other ones, would be more so love as in love of the self, for example, or just love in general. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about happens to be actually on my ring. So I'm just going to show you here. It's this one here. Here we have the beautiful Kunzite. So if you've never heard of it, this is Kunzite. Kunzite is this beautiful mineral here. I would say Kunzite tend to be more so on the unusual side of the crystal world. It's a bit less common, and it's something that you will find more so in like specialist stores and shops. It's a little bit more prized than some of the other stones we've just talked about earlier, which are more common and it's easier to get access to them. So Kunzite is going to be very much so about that sense of attracting true love, harmony. It's very good for like alleviating heartbreaks, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So if you're someone or if you know someone that really needs emotional healing in their life, you're dealing with a beautiful stone that is said to really help to promote that sense of inner peace and just, yeah, channel that beautiful energy, really, you know. I mean, I'm trying to think what else. It's kind of easy to repeat yourself because there's a lot of them here are very similar, but it's very much a very sweet but very high vibrational energy here. You know, it's definitely yeah, just help you to construct a beautiful base of loving energy around your heart, and it really links the heart and the mind. So kind of the two, allowing the two to work together in harmony, if that makes sense. That would be more so pink Kunzite itself, if I was to give an example. And now, if we're to talk about last but not least, I would say maybe Rhodonite. That's a little bonus for you guys. I wasn't really planning on adding another one. I think we've done more than enough, but let's give you guys one last option. This is the beautiful Rhodonite. This one here is a lovely specimen from Brazil. Rhodonite is great because it doesn't just do help with the heart chakra, it also works very well with the root chakra. Here we're dealing with a stone that's really going to help with you know, self-esteem, assurance, confidence. It's great. It's also great for feelings of loneliness, and if you tend to be someone that has issues with commitment and betrayal, negative states of mind, confusion, anxiety, very much so, yeah, forgiveness, compassion. It really connects the root and the heart chakra and really help with that sense of bonding and channeling the inner yin and yang energies together, because the root being the masculine and then the heart being more on the feminine side type of energies, you have that beautiful balance between the two. And yeah, that would be Rhodonite. A great choice as well if you're looking for crystal just to help with yeah, keeping your heart chakra clear and balanced, which most of them here are gonna do, but that's kind of what we're dealing with here with rhodonite. Beautiful healing vibration as well. Yeah, I think that would be it. I don't want to go too deep into it because then it'll be too long. We're already at 25 minutes. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna keep it any longer. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, what did you think about this? Did you enjoy this? Let me know as well if you would like me maybe potentially to do something a little bit more specific in the future. For example, self-love, passion, you know, different aspects to what love can be, because love is such a broad topic. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one here resonates the most with you. Which crystal among all of those would you choose? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, show some love, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and please never forget to trust your intuition and do something good for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.